All right, we are back, and I'm thinking this movie is a movie that a lot of people has not heard of.
Yeah, I hope we watch the same movie.
I hope we did too because the title of the movie is called The Creator, right? Which is
Yeah.
very generic, and I don't know how
Big
many
thing.
movies is called The Creator. Let's just get it out of the way.
I don't think there's any movies called The Creator.
So this is the only one I know, and you
Well,
know,
here's the sad thing is I
okay?
told you that we should watch The Creator,
Yep.
right? But the thing is, I always thought this movie had a different title. I thought it was a different movie.
Oh, really?
Yes, I thought it was like Rebel Moon or something. I don't
Oh,
know why,
yes.
because I guess I guess because I heard it in another room. They're talking about it back then, and
Yeah.
this came out. No, we didn't see it. I can't believe it. I just happened recently saw the trailer again. I was watching. I thought, well, I know this movie. I'm gonna get around to see it. Did it when it said the creator? I was like, well, it's gonna be kind of hard to get around to see it because I didn't know the title of this movie.
Oh. So I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't think
Okay.
I ever seen the trailer until we talked about it like offline, and when you told me like, "Hey, what we're gonna do next? Well, let's watch this movie." Then I had to look into it. When I watched the trailer, I had never heard of this movie. Maybe like
Yeah.
see like maybe you see the thumbnail across YouTube, right? But I
Yeah.
never clicked on it. But when I clicked on it, the week before we decided to do this, we are like, "Hey, let's do this movie." I watched the trailer, right? I'm like, "Oh, the premise seems very interesting."
Yeah.
So, like you said, like, oh, it looks very interesting. We should do it. So I looked into it, right? And now I watched the movie. Tell me what you think.
I thought the movie was good. I mean, it's not like a groundbreaking movie, but it's decent
It
fiction
is
movie.
very good. I liked it
The
a
thing
lot
is, though,
too.
to me, it's like the lower version. It's like another version of Ecelium. It's
I get the sense of that, and also it's like an alternate universe to Terminator.
it could be
Because
an alternate universe of Terminator in a way.
in a
I mean,
way,
I like,
yes.
yeah, I mean, I like the movie. It's cool. I mean, it's I don't know. I
You
mean,
know
it's
what?
just a simple
The only thing that
movie. It's kind of
really
long,
surprised me. Yeah, it was kind of long.
but
Um,
not as long as I mean, not a bad long. It's just it
yeah,
could have been
it
edited
could
a
have
little
been edited
different
shorter.
since there's a lot of things they didn't need.
This
Go
is the
ahead.
first time. Oh, I was gonna thank you. This is the first
Yeah.
time I didn't even know this is Denzel's son.
I knew this is Denzel's son, but only because I saw well, I mean, he came on TV and they made a big deal out of it because I mean, this was like on, I think it's Entertainment Tonight or something. This is where I saw it originally. I mean, I heard it in the other room, and I think that's why I got confused with another movie. But the only reason I know this movie because they were saying, "Oh, this is Denzel's son." He always went by another name at first, or he never made a reference because he didn't want anybody to know that, hey, this is my dad's Denzel. So you're just gonna give me whatever I want.
Yeah, it's very interesting you said that because like his name is just John David Washington. Anybody could have the last name Washington. I just didn't put that connection because I had to look him up, right? Because like he doesn't look like Denzel. He doesn't. He looks like the mom, like Denzel's wife. He looks like his mom. So that's why
Yeah.
I could never put that connection. But some of the mannerism that he did in this movie,
Yeah,
I
that's
could
that's
totally tell like, oh, this is Denzel's son. Like some of
this
the
is
yeah,
similar. It's similar. Yeah.
it's very similar, but he looks like mom more than he
But
looks
but
dad.
I'm thinking, yeah, he's just one of those people that want to do their own thing.
He does, yeah, because no one ever
He
knew.
like well because after they people do know, then they put a lot of pressure on you because it's like
Yeah,
kind of like some race car drivers. There's some of their kids compete,
yeah,
and everybody wants to say, oh, well, they're not their dad. Well, no, they're not.
they're not. It's everywhere, sports, everything. It's like you're
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna get the
not.
same thing. You
They're
know,
not gonna get because they're not the same person.
yeah, they're not the same person. They don't acquire the same skills. We're not from a time where
Yeah.
hundreds of years
Well,
ago, like saying
the
things
problem
like
is,
that.
I think you don't see who they are, or you don't judge them on their quality, on their merits. You're too busy judging them on somebody else's.
Yeah.
But you're
Oh,
going to be
that's very
disappointed
true.
if you're
Yep.
judging them on the other point, and you're not going to see the great things that they're doing because you're too busy thinking, oh, they should be
Yeah,
like this.
comparing to
Thinking,
something
nah,
that the kid like
yeah,
John David may not be like, "Oh, I hope people don't compare me to my dad." Like you're right, I didn't compare him to his dad at all. I just
yeah,
compare him just another actor. Even if I didn't know until before, like yeah, I would be the same. Like hey, he gotta get his own chance, which I told
yeah.
you. Well, I'm telling you right now, I do love this movie. It has potential to be in my top 10. I have to
Oh,
watch
really?
it a few more times because I did love the premise, right? The one thing that
How
I
many times
found,
you've seen it so far then?
I only saw it once.
Okay, I've seen it twice.
So far, the only thing that it didn't it found it weird because this is American made film, right? And it feels like the
Yeah,
Americans are the bad guys in this movie.
the Americans are the bad
Yeah,
guys in this
which
one,
is the first time I seen
even though
anything
he's an
like that.
American.
Yeah, because I guess in a way he turned a new
Well, there's a
leaf.
lot of movies. I think there's a lot of movies where America's the bad guy, but this one's weird. I mean, I don't actually kind of didn't like how that made the Americans the bad guy. I mean, I can understand it. This is kind of based on historical type things in a way where something happens in the United States and then they just attack another country
Oh,
without
I
looking it all the way
yeah.
through.
So instead of another country, right? Like, I guess in this world, only everybody else besides America supports AI. So it's to me it's like an inside joke, like the metric system. Everybody outside this world, right, support the metric system, and they we put well not we. I'm sorry, I'm American. Everybody else besides you and me, Shane, put the date first and month and year. So it feels like when they say New Asia,
well,
right? But the first time when
uh,
I heard New Asia in this movie, I'm like, oh, they meant China, but they can't say China because they don't want to piss them
well,
off, you know?
I don't know if they really do mean China in a way because you
Oh,
got
I
to think
know. No, to
when
me,
they showed the
to me.
map, yeah, okay, well, when they showed the map, yeah, I would have thought it's China. When they said New Asia to me, that was China, but when it shows the map, it's actually everything that we fought wars in under China and a long ways from India. So,
Oh, okay. I didn't pay
and a lot
attention
of
to
the
the map.
language is supposed to, yeah, the funny thing is the language is supposed to be Nepalese. I'm probably
Uh,
saying it wrong. From Nepal.
from Nepal, but then I hear Thai, Vietnamese,
But
and
yeah, there's
Japanese.
supposed to be a lot. And they also said there's Hindus spoken too, even
Oh,
though
really? Oh,
there's really no
I didn't know.
Hindu
Yeah,
people spoken.
it just
But the
mixture
thing
of
is,
Asian
you think it's
languages.
China, but see, they say that everybody supports it, but they're only at war with one part of the world.
Oh, I know.
So I guess everybody else got rid of their AI too, or decided they didn't want any trouble for the United States. So they. But the thing is, it's kind of also mirrors the Vietnam War in a way, because they're
Yeah,
in the jungle fighting in
yeah.
Asia.
I
Of
feel
course,
like the theme is very similar, like for the Vietnam
and the
War
music,
and
and
this
some of the
one.
music sounds like it's American music from the
Yeah.
'60s, but it's actually all done in, overseas instruments and
They,
singing.
no, I want to say I want to touch back on the Vietnam War thing because to me in this movie, right, Americans was fighting this war for the wrong reasons.
Well,
To me, to
was
me.
America was yeah. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, it could be debated. Me and you could
Oh,
argue
it's the
about
but yeah.
that. If
Let's
the
argue about that.
Vietnam War was
Oh,
really
not
fought for
Vietnam
the
War,
wrong
but
reason.
let's not talk about the Vietnam War. Let's talk about the
Okay,
creator. Yeah, we could argue
yeah.
about that because like I feel
Now,
like once
see,
the
but
truth was
this,
found
I
out,
would say, if this was the Mirror War, this would be more like the Spanish American War,
ooh, that could be it too.
because where they assumed that the Spain attacked the USS Maine and blew it
Yes.
up, and it turns out it was a boiler explosion.
So did you
But
like that?
The United
Not.
States already attacked Spain and beat them. So,
So did you like that in this movie was just a man-made error and not
well,
AI,
you
but
already
we
knew. I
blame it?
already kind of got it. I had a
Yeah,
good
like, you already
feeling
got an
it was an
idea of
accident.
that.
Because
Yeah.
the problem is this movie, though, it doesn't really. I don't. I think it has a not a real understanding of AI. It probably understands AI, but it's got to make a movie, so it's going to go, oh, this is AI. Menu discuss sometime they're going to have to determine what is really AI, artificial intelligence, and then what is it really intelligence.
Yeah, because like
Because see, these machines, they act like they love, they hug and stuff, but the problem is there's a point where programming will be so good we won't be able to tell whether it's
will or not.
genuine or not.
Yeah,
I
genuine
mean,
or not. Yep.
because algorithms can eventually make it look like indecisiveness.
Hmm.
We all don't know why you'd want a machine that since has it's like humans. I wouldn't want a machine that did a lot of the stuff that humans do.
Like what?
Indecisiveness, not being able to decide what to do next.
Oh, just that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not yet.
Yeah, never, because you would have to reach a point where you would have to be like, I mean, because a machine, because we in a way can almost seem like we're programmed,
We can.
but there are stuff we have to learn and stuff. The problem
Um.
is a computer can seem like it learns to a point. It could see something and it mimic it again, but it
Yeah.
can only mimic what it sees.
So
It's like it's being programmed constantly. The problem is that AI is only going to be as good as the programming.
you brought up the point of like some humans can seem like they're programmed, right? People who are very OCD,
Yeah,
like
well,
things
I
have
mean,
to be
yeah,
done a certain way.
but if they don't do it, then they don't know what to do next.
What exactly?
So a machine is almost a machine could be very OCD
Yeah,
deep
it's
down
feel like
inside.
OCD if you think
But
about
the
it.
problem
Yeah.
is it depends on how much programming. Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's like giving a set bunch of questions. If like when you do programming, it's if So if you have this, then the action is this.
Yeah.
If you do this, you do this. Eventually, if you could beat a machine, you could eventually, in the old days, you could run that out. Let's say it had a set of questions, and you're on the phone and trying to figure out if this is a robot or not by asking questions. Eventually, it'll run out. It's like Alexa. You can ask her 100 questions. Eventually, she reaches a point where she can't answer your questions.
Yeah, she'll be like, I don't know
But I
that
mean,
right
as
now.
time goes on, I've noticed you can sit there and ask her a lot of questions, and she has more answers for you.
Yeah, the
But she never tries to deceive you that she's a machine.
right. She just says she doesn't know.
Because
Oh,
especially if
try
you ask
again
her when her
later.
birthday, you ask when her birthday is, she has a
Oh.
answer for it. If you ask her if
Oh,
she can get
yes.
married, she has an answer. She has an answer for a lot of stuff. But I remember when we first got it, I asked her tons of questions like that, when your birthday and all this stuff. She answered most of those, but there are some questions where she doesn't have an answer.
Yeah.
But as time goes on, she seems to have an answer. But the problem is AI. AI is going to be anything because even the Americans in this movie,
Yeah.
they're still using AI, especially the bomb
So
robots.
I was gonna say, like, for a
Like,
country that wanted to get rid of AI, right? They should use a lot of it.
I mean, well, the thing is, I think people don't seem to understand sometimes what AI really is. I think
Yeah.
when you say AI, everybody thinks
Robots.
Terminator.
Yes.
But
So hold on,
AI,
hold on. I
AI
want to
is
talk about
Google
that
now.
before you go on there. Like, it feels like in this movie, right, when they talk about AI, they just talk about these robots, not just
Yeah, they're just talking about
one thing.
artificial
Yeah.
intelligence. They're trying to talk about intelligence. I
Yeah.
mean, AI is already working. A lot of people just go, when we get AI, I'm like, you already have AI. It's in your iPhone, it's in your Google, it's in your Android. It's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are confused on what AI really is. They want it to be a robot machine with a red eye that kills you. But the problem is it's just a programming algorithm that tries to figure out with a bunch of answers and questions that tries to figure out what to do next. I mean, by basing it on real life or in real world stuff, like let's say people use AI to create art, but it has to have been drawn somewhere
Oh,
to
we
change
talking
it
about
over.
this? Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
can't just create something brand new from
yeah,
scratch. It just
it has
copies something.
basically AI has a question or it's something it needs to do, and it has to search the internet or its programming to get the answer for it.
Yes.
If there's
Agreed.
no answer for it anywhere or something even close, it can't tell
Then it
you.
can't find it. Yeah.
Yeah, because like AI could, let's say it could point out to behind me there's books, Iron Man and stuff, but if it doesn't have access to an internet that shows you Iron Man, these are just toy figures
Oh yeah, it's kind of like beating a
because
computer
it's
at
never
chess.
seen. Yeah, it's never seen
Eventually, you
Iron
can
Man.
keep beating it because they haven't encountered
Yeah,
that move until a human shows it what
yeah.
to
The
do.
thing is, eventually, the thing is with a computer. Yeah, eventually, you're right. I think you can't beat a computer anymore at chess
No,
because
because
it
all the
knows
moves.
because
Yeah.
it knows every move that we have made.
Yep.
It's not making up moves.
No,
It's just using the move it's seen.
it just reacting to the action.
But
Yeah.
if you're a young person or something don't know about computers, you're gonna sit there and think this machine is thinking up moves to beat you.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's
It's
already
actually just doing
anticipated.
everything you're doing, and
Yep.
that's what AI really is. It's just a set of programs. I
So
mean, I think people would like AI to be where it could go and look at it, a board, and figure it out itself. But the problem is, I think even creators, after a while, when they mess with them and they want it so bad, they automatically see their machine as being smart now.
So the connection I make with Terminator 2, right, is when they blame, well, they say AI sent the bomb to blow up Los Angeles or whatever.
Yeah,
Like that part was the one that, like, wow. And of course, it happens in Los Angeles, right? Like of all
yeah.
places, it can't do
Well,
it
at
in
least it wasn't
Minnesota or
Nevada.
something.
I meant Las Vegas, Nevada,
Yeah,
like in Blade Runner.
but like that was the only thing that I thought was like, okay, that was kind of like Terminator. But then they didn't wipe us out. And when Ken Waterby, right, when he asked what was CJ? I mean CJ. What was John Davis' name in this movie? I can't remember.
Joshua.
Joshua. When he asked Joshua, hey, you know what's going to happen to the West when if we win this war? And I said nothing. And he said nothing at the same time. It was like nothing because they keep hinting like, hey, what do you want? Even they asked Alfie like, oh, what do you want? I want robots to be free, and that was it.
Yeah.
The whole
Oh, I love
theme.
that. That's one of the best lines
Oh,
though. She goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go
yeah.
get something for the refrigerator. What do you want, honey?
Oh,
I
robots
want
should
for
be
robots to
free.
be free. Oh, we don't have that in the
Yeah,
refrigerator."
come on, ice cream. So
Well,
when
there's a
they
lot of
said that,
funny,
it's like
funny little
it
deals
is
in here.
so simple for humans to think like, hey, what do you think in this world, right? Not the Terminator world. It's like,
Yeah,
what do you think would happen if AI wins? Probably nothing because they only attacking us, right? Because we are attacking it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think anybody would really ever be able to get rid of AI now. I mean, you'd have to turn
No.
everything off and quit using the machine completely because I mean, it's integrated in so much stuff. I
It's
mean, and AI
integrated
is
in
just,
Edge,
and
Microsoft
sometimes
Windows, a lot of
AI
stuff.
is just a pain because it's trying to guess what you want. I mean, it's trying to make your life easy, but it guess what you want. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what
Hey,
I want
this
sometimes. So
Alexa device trying to do that. Even though I said no many times, oh, I can help you with your shoppings. Would you
no,
like to help with? No, I don't.
no, I really
I
don't
want to
need your
be
help.
my choice, okay, not your choice.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's basing it on everything she's ever seen. But the problem is, it's like phones, or internet. It tries to, you look at something, it wants to show you more of that.
Yep.
And that bothers me because, like on Instagram, or something, you look at something, and then maybe you looked at something you didn't really want to
Oh
see,
yeah, sometimes I click it
and
by
then all your
accident. Yeah.
options is this. I'm like, I want out of this world. I do not want to see this kind of crap. But it keeps showing you. It's like, hey, I'm making you happy. No, you're not. You're making me angry. I'm about to turn you off. And then you get to like, it's like
They
it's the
try to
same
do
thing
its
on
best.
yeah, it's on Facebook. Facebook, if you're glancing down through something feeds, it gives you feeds based on your friends look at. And some of your friends may have something you don't want to see. It pops up and you just kind of scroll down because you're busy talking to somebody else. You look back and then all of a sudden that's all your feed is. I was like, thank you. Thank you.
I'm so
That
glad you
just
brought that up because
I wish I knew
recently,
and that makes me think, I wish I knew what friend looks at this crap so I could defriend them.
so it's so funny. Recently, like I'm so glad you brought up the Facebook algorithm thing. Like I got stuck on watching like these fantastic weird plays from baseball, right? Then I see a lot more often on that now. Like, oh,
I
these
know
are the
that's all you
top. Yeah,
see, and you
it's
don't even
so
have to
weird.
click on it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
All you have to
you don't
do
have
is
to
have
click on it.
the image sit there long enough, and then it automatically gives it to you. And it's like, well, it's like, well, you must be interested in this. I'm like, no, because I'm
Yep.
trying to see what the crap said on that guy's T-shirt. Okay,
Ah, yeah,
I mean, I don't care. I
yeah,
don't care about this.
yep.
I mean, I guess if you want to help AI, you should be a good human and hit the three little dots on there and say, I'd like to see less of this. But
Oh,
it's a
to
hassle
confuse it.
after.
Yeah, to confuse it
It
a lot
doesn't
more.
confuse it. It actually kind of cuts back. It does. I used to do it all the time. I trim it up and cut it, and that way it feeds me more of what I want to see. But after a while, it just starts going back. If you
It
start scrolling
does.
too much, it goes back to it. It's thinking,
It
well,
does.
he must have really did want to see it. I'm like, no, I didn't really want to see it. I still don't want to see it.
All right.
But oh well, that's AI in our world. But this movie, it's good. I mean, the director, we like the director. I mean, we met him and shook his hand, so we don't know. He's probably a jerk or a nice, really guy. But we do like his work because he did Rogue One.
Oh, this is the director that did Road One.
He did Rogue One. He's done Godzilla, Rogue One. He's a good director.
Oh, he's
I mean,
about to do the new
this
Jurassic
movie,
Park.
I don't think this movie's anywhere up there with Rogue One, but
I never heard of his first movie, Monsters. Oh, he wrote and
yeah,
directed the first movie. He wrote and directed this.
yeah, oh yeah, he's.
He also operated the camera on this thing.
Well, they only used
Wow,
a Sony camera.
really?
Yeah, yeah, that's why some of the shots aren't that great. I mean, it's kind of got some graininess to it, I feel like.
Oh, because of the capabilities of
Yeah,
the camera.
he did a different way. He did a lot of guerrilla filming and stuff. It is okay. The special effects are great. I mean, I like the design. The production design is probably what makes this movie great to me. The star, the space stations,
Yeah.
spaceship slash
Oh, I like the
all
spaceship
the
too. Remind me of
plus
Halo.
all the robots look exactly like though anything made by the people that made Asylum and all those other movies,
Oh, yeah.
Chappie and so forth.
Oh, so talking about Chappie, they had that thing where they did the conscious transfer for like good for 30 seconds though
Yeah, for a human, yeah, where they pull everything out and they stick it in one of those
into
fake
one of the
people.
robots. Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot
I
what they
thought that
called
was
them.
pretty cool.
That was interesting. There is one shot in this whole movie that just kind of nags me, bothers me a little bit.
Oh, tell me.
When the United States tanks come through or whatever them
Oh
things
yeah, yeah,
are, they're
yeah.
like
When they
tanks.
landed,
Which
yeah.
doesn't make any sense that they're white and blue. People go, oh, they're huge. You can see them anyways. If you're camouflage, it'd still be harder if you have something trying to do airstrikes and stuff.
Mm.
But anyways, they roll through and there's a scene where they throw a mine, a graviton
Yeah,
mine or a grenade, whatever they want to call
where
it. I
the
call it
monkey sets
gravity
it off.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it throws it up in there. It looks so fake when it hits that. It looks like a real live prop landing on a flat pitcher.
Plastic piece. Yeah.
Yeah, just a pitcher. It
But
landed on a pitcher
you
because
gotta
the
remember how
colorations
low
on the
budget this movie was. You
the
know.
colorations on both of them are off. But the rest of it, I was good. I mean, I was happy with it. I mean, a lot of it don't make sense. I mean, like the military part in here, when they come up be stealthy on the beach, they got all their lights on. It's like, what? Oh my God, they're gonna see you, dudes. And then of course the ship always has all these little lanes like it's a video game. It's like so you're gonna get shot. You know where they're shooting missiles. I mean, in real life they wouldn't tell you where they're shooting. I mean, it just doesn't work that way. But you see all the little lines going on, following
You know
everything,
what? I
so you know it's
understand
gonna get
what you
hit.
complaining about. At the same time, they probably did that for the audience too. So that
No,
way
I'm
the
sure
audience,
most of
yeah,
the audience was for those because I mean even the ship makes noises when it shows a little light
yeah,
thing
yeah,
going down, which it looks nice, it looks awesome, but I mean it wouldn't make sense in the real world.
yeah.
But there's a lot of things that wouldn't make sense in the
You
in
know,
this movie.
my favorite thing is the translators when they, you know, when the
Oh yeah,
second,
the
the
translator,
five
because you
years
know what it
later.
looks like
Hold
to
on, let me
me.
tell you about my part first.
Okay,
The translators, right? But my favorite part is when the scientists lock themselves in that room
oh yeah,
and it's like, please make love to yourself. Please make love to your mother. Dude, I was laughing so hard. I had to pause the
please.
video. I had to pause the movie so I can stop
Oh,
laughing before
well,
the scene
the movie,
goes on.
well, yeah, when they wrote it, let me put this: whoever wrote the movie had a pretty good sense of humor because there's some funny stuff, especially when they get in, when he gets on that little van with all the little kids and they run the border.
Oh yeah.
And not Zenzel, but Joshua
Joshua.
looks back and goes, "Who had fun?" And that one little kid
Yeah,
raises his
okay.
hand. Everybody else in the bus is crying.
Yeah, because that was exciting with all the stuff. Like, whoa, had fun. Dude, I think it was the youngest one, dude. I pay attention to that. The youngest
I
kid,
mean,
like, well, this was kind of fun.
especially the kid. The child was supposed to be funny. Was it Alfie?
Alfie, yeah,
Which is Alpha Omega.
yeah, Alpha
She's
Omega.
the beginning and the ending. But anyways, but I like every time somebody asks her a question, the way she answers, like we did the other deal. But I like it when she goes, "So tell me about Joshua." Well, he has me play a game.
Yeah,
This game it's called "Please Help Joshua Not Get Killed by the Cops."
yeah, man.
Well, he said the effing cops.
Yeah, heavy cops. No, that was really good. I did like Gamma Chain in the movie. I
Oh, I
didn't
like.
think she
Well, I
was
like
so I didn't
Gamma
think she
Chan
was
anyway.
Namada.
But
I thought it was something to do with the
I
child.
didn't think she was Namada at first. But the thing is, I already decided that she was probably dead.
Oh, I think she was
I
dead
kind of
too.
got I figured it that by the time if he finds her and they're just messing with him.
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess so too. Cause she died when we saw her. When we saw like the
Yeah,
bomb goes off when they were
but
trying to
you automatically
evacuate.
think she's alive because you see that other character
That
that helps
video,
her.
yes.
Yeah, well you also know you see the other characters alive that were with her.
Oh yeah.
But again, you kill them and they always come back anyways. There's apparently a bunch of them. They just jump programming.
Well, but they talk about that you could donate your lightniness to the robots.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. I mean, I kind of had this feeling that she wasn't because if she wasn't there working on the child, then there was something wrong.
Yeah. So she
I mean,
was
I
just
didn't
a
think.
consciousness working on the child. No, she always started working on the
No,
child
she
because the
worked on the
child
child.
grew.
Yeah, when we see the beginning of the movie where he's with her, she already had
She was
that
already had
child
the child.
made,
Yeah.
and he was in the laboratory underneath them.
Yeah. That was
So there's a
cool.
laboratory underneath
The
them.
big
Yeah, and
old
they didn't even
basement
know.
thing. Oh, it was so
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So she already had the child built, and the child is actually his. I figured the child was his based on his child too. And
All the lightnings.
they
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, they kind of make it. They kind of, I think it's supposed to throw you for a loop because when it shows the town says please make a likeness and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought, well, then they'll probably make you think, oh, Gemma's going to be the likeness thing, But actually, I think it was the child.
Oh, the
So I figured
child's the kid. Yep.
the child was his in a way.
I did
So,
like the talk
but
about
I figured
heaven.
I thought she was going to be completely dead. I didn't think she was going to be in a coma though.
Oh yeah, I did like the talk about the heaven thing. That works out really well at the
Oh, that
end.
was actually pretty good,
It was
especially when
a
they're sitting
very
there.
Spock and Kirk moment through the glass.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, like
I mean,
for
I
me, it
get you.
was like, yeah,
I'm not kicking you on that one. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
you're
it was
right.
like
I
it was like,
mean, I
ooh,
can see why you see it that way. I didn't
yep,
see it that way, but yeah, I could see it that way in a way. Because I mean, he was done. The child could but the problem is basically it could be like a Superman moment too,
yes,
because he's given soup because the parents die on the space station while they send their little kid that's got
oh yep,
extraordinary powers to the Earth as they continue to be good because the kid was good, Because remember, I like it when what is his name? Uh,
which guy?
Ken Watabe
Oh yeah, Ken Watanabe. Yeah,
Yeah, well, he goes, I wish he should have made that kid hate humans.
yeah,
Remember he said there he
yeah.
goes he could have just he could
That
have
poor girl. Yeah.
but she did it because of the love for you. So basically he's telling him the programming the kid is good because of how she was
How?
programmed.
Yep.
She's
Oof.
never going to be a bad kid.
So what you just said there, right there, right? That's my point of Superman. It's because the love that he's got from his parents, and that's why Superman is the way that he is.
Yeah.
Just same thing with Alfie. It's because the programmer like, hey, let's not do it this way. We're for the good, you
Yeah.
know.
But in the end though, she can't even be good bad because she may could be led to see things a certain way, but in the end she'd figure it out probably.
Yeah. Wow.
But she also can grow in it and she'll get old and die.
No, this movie is pretty good. The first
This
time I
movie's
watched
actually
this
a pretty
movie is a
good
very
movie.
good movie. It's very underrated, so I could put this in my
I do
hidden gem.
I do think they should have edited it a little bit and cut it down a little bit because they actually said when they finished the movie or got a good rough cut and didn't use any music in it, they had 5 hours.
What?
And I know there's an extended version of this. It's 3 hours and something.
Really?
So I was like, well, yeah. I mean, the problem is, and I think it's a lot of people that have watched this movie. It's kind of up and down. Some people watch this movie, and some people say, oh, they only like the visuals, didn't like the movie.
I like the story.
I think the story's good. I think
I
it
like
had a
how
lot
it
more
ended
heart.
when Joshua gets to see
I think it is.
Maya again
I
with the
think
memory
link-
upload. With the memory upload, that was really good.
Yeah,
Where
I
they
think
died
the
together.
problem. I think the problem with this movie, and it wasn't a problem for me. The time running wasn't really a problem, but I think if they edited it down, I would enjoy it a lot more.
I do too. Like it was a little bit too long, but I'm not complaining.
But I think that
not
hurts
bad.
a lot of. But I think that loses a lot of interest in other people. You know, because there's too many long.
Oh
pieces
yeah.
where you spend too much travel trying to show you all this world. In the world, mainly though, if you show me a world with robots in it and stuff, I'm gonna sit there and watch it.
Hey, same for me too, man. With the robots and everything.
Yeah, and all the androids, the future. If you were to show me a movie with a future and it's pretty interesting, I'm gonna sit there. And I thought that was pretty good for this.
Let me. Oh, so
And especially this space plane. I love the space plane. I thought that was an awesome thing.
everything
And space station too.
mechanical like vehicles. You know what? One thing I really love, like they make
they're all
old
driving
cars
in,
look like new
they're all driving in
cars.
the Tumbler. They're all driving in the Tumbler.
Yeah, they like whatever 60s style car they have, they make it look futuristic, but still keep the style
Yes.
of it, right? Like
Still got that old world look.
yeah, the
Well,
old
in a way,
world
I
look
can
with the
I can
new
see that though. 'Cause
updates.
you just got to think the modern world. You know, we got all these ships. The way we got boats and ships. But if you go over there, like you go to Hong Kong and stuff, you look at the boats. They still look
Oh, it still used the same thing
of a
since I
certain
last
period.
left. Yep.
But they got modern stuff on.
Yeah,
it.
it looks like the engine's probably updated and things like
Yeah,
that.
some
Yeah.
stuff is updated, but it still looks
But the
like
look is still when I left my country 30,
or
40
the
years
little
ago.
cars or the motorcycles. They got some updated stuff on them, but
Yeah.
they still have a certain old look to them.
Yeah, it's just like why change the design?
Like
We
I
could just
said,
change the inside.
I thought the music to this was pretty good too.
Oh, because it's Heinz Zimmer.
It's Heinz Zimmer, but he
It's-
does a lot of they did a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they said when they originally wanted to do this, he tried to use AI to make music that sounded like if it was inspired by Hans Zimmer.
Oh, that's interesting.
But it didn't work the way he wanted to. And it wouldn't because AI would just show you with this, but it can't make it for a movie that Hans Zimmer never saw yet.
So this is a Disney movie.
Is this a Disney movie?
20th Century Studios. Yes, it is.
Okay, I thought I saw the Fox on it, but then I was wondering because it had so much Sony technology they used to make it.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it's one of these things that, like, you know, like when they do the Spider-Man deal, they probably have us behind the scene where, like, hey, there's a certain amount of movies that we need you to collaborate on, not just on Spider-Man,
Well,
because, you know.
I think though, if you're out looking for a camera and then Sony or another company makes it,
Or maybe
he
the
would use
director
it.
wants to use that, but he still had
Well,
to
he wanted to
produce
use
this
it
for
'cause
century, 20th
he
Century
wanted to
Fox.
use it because he wanted to see a certain deal.
So well, since we're talking about AI, right? Last week when I couldn't do the show because, you know, Ryan's birthday,
Yeah.
we watched a movie called The Wild Robot. Have you heard of it? It's very recent.
Called the what again?
The Wild Robot. Is this
The
robot?
Wild Robot.
Wild Robot. WILD. Yeah, Wild Robot.
Yeah, Wild.
And
Robot.
it's just about this robot
I'm
that got.
thinking I may have heard of it, but I
Dude,
don't know.
It is
Sounds
very
familiar.
good. It's like
What is
3
it?
movies
Is it
at once.
animated?
It's animated. It's by DreamWorks. So this robot got
Okay.
stranded on like a, you know, like a desert, not like an island, right? But, you know, just wildlife.
Yeah.
So like the programming is like, the robot is programmed to help humans do tasks. So since there's no human because it's stranded, right? Like the shipment got lost, so it just crash landed on this island. The robot is trying to figure out like it doesn't know what to do. So it come across these animals, right? It doesn't speak the language, so the AI is trying to decipher what these animals are saying, and it finally comes to a point like, okay, the robot understands the animals, but all the animals are scared of him because he's just stumbling across and accidentally killing the species, like not on purpose, So all the animals call him
I'd be angry
call
too.
call it the monster. But so if you watch the trailer, this robot, he accidentally kills this like nest of like geese. So, but one survived, right? And then that geese popped up, and the bird's like the first thing is his mother. So now the robot has a task to complete because the one of the fox say like, hey, you're the first thing that it sees, right? So you gotta teach it how to fly because by the time winter comes, right, the geese they had to fly out of here because it might freeze to death. So the robot has a task, but then it feels like the end of the movie, right, is when he teaches the geese to fly. It's not. It's just in the middle because that's why it feels like, it's really weird that it ended right here, but it still have a whole movie to like whole hour of the movie to go. And once you get to the end, right, I was like, whoa, this is a pretty damn good movie, man. Like I'm so glad they did it for anime, so the kids will understand like a version of AI. And I thought like, well, I need to tell Shane about this, but he might never watch it because it's animated. And then when Heather
Well, I
finished,
don't watch it because it's. I don't not watch it because it's animated. It's just, I mean, I don't really have kids, so
it
I'm
doesn't
not gonna
matter. So
know or see a lot of this
so
stuff.
me and Heather
No, it
was like,
doesn't. It does better in a way, because you know about it because you had kids, so that's why you went and saw it.
yeah.
See what I'm saying?
And me and Heather
It's
was
not.
like, well,
It's
we're
not
just
like,
gonna
oh,
goof off
I don't have kids, I can't see it. It's just
after.
I'm not gonna be.
Yeah,
I'm
as
not
much
gonna, it's
as
not gonna come
interesting,
up into
yeah.
my. Yeah, it's not
Cause
gonna
like,
come up into my circle of things to
cause
see.
like when Heather saw it, she was like, at the end, I was like, well, the movie was a
I
lot
mean,
better than I thought it was. So I'm like, yeah,
thing
me
is, it
too.
sounds good because there's a lot of animated movies that are good.
Like we watched a movie called Migration. That was okay. That's not something that
Oh,
adults
that
need to
sounds
see.
like that doesn't sound very good.
It's just about
It
ducks
is,
migrating,
but
right?
I'm saying Alien. I mean, it said it's got robots, aliens, or something. And it's like, all right, this is good.
Oh, that the Wild Robot is really good. And then like a Big Hero 6, that's animated.
Big Hero 6
Yeah.
is good
Wreck-It
because it had
Ralph,
superheroes in it. Wreck-It Ralph is good because it had video games in it.
video games, retro stuff in it. But like I guess we watched What If, that's animated, but then had to do
Yeah,
with something with Marvel.
yeah, I didn't like it. What If as much as a lot of people did, I
I
guess.
only saw one season, but that's three now, I
I've only
believe.
saw one season.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I only saw one season. It kind of ended me on seeing any other season.
It feels like I don't need this if it's not canon. Does that
Well,
make
it
sense?
is
It
canon,
is
but it's
canon,
not
yeah.
canon. But it's all alternate realities and stuff. And I'm like, eh, I'm
So it's
getting sick of
canon
all
and
the
not at the
alternate
same
reality.
time.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting sick of all the alternate reality stuff right now. I mean, everybody thinks they're doing it. I'm like, I mean, if you want to turn it to DC Comics, go ahead, but
There's nothing
I
wrong with
advise
DC
you not
Comics.
to.
Nothing
No,
wrong with
there's
DC
some
Comics. But we're not talking about DC Comics
there is
until we
something
dip
wrong
into
with
that, okay?
DC.
I want to go ahead and talk about this movie when he met his former commander. I like that his former commander switched sides. Because they were
Oh
there
yeah,
in the beginning. And then, like, once 5 years, it was 5 years after, right? Then he met
yeah,
his
5
former
years.
CEO. It was like, dude, it was a different world. He started making AI and all that things.
Well, I'd say was it really? I don't know if that was really his commander, but it was one of the people
One
that
of the people he worked with, I guess.
handlers, I
Yeah,
guess you'd
yeah.
say.
That was carrying
Which
out the
is weird
mission.
because he's supposed to be special forces, but he's doing CIA work. I guess they would do that, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been better just to have. And then of course he falls in love with the person he's supposed to kill.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a robot. When that lady when I was asking
Oh, you
Alfie
didn't know
for,
that
I
lady
said
was a robot?
no, man.
I thought you saw the back of her head and the cuts
I
in her
could
face
no,
where they did the eyes.
yeah, when they
thing.
changed the stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, that's the robot.
Okay, I knew she was a robot when they showed her. I guess I saw it.
I thought that was
But
pretty
yeah,
cool.
but he was also in love with her.
Yep.
I feel sorry for the guy though, because the guy's like living a good life. He's like retired from the military, got a girlfriend, nice house, nice job, and then of course here comes Joshua and just shows
Joshua
up and
messing it
still
all up
ruined his whole life, dude, and didn't
in
really seem to care. It
in
didn't
one
seem to
night.
care
Yeah.
because he was too busy chasing after his wife. He didn't care. He's chasing after his wife. He didn't even know if she was alive. And so he ruined
So
that
very
dude's life.
selfish. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because the guy's like last time he saw him, the first of the movie, he got kicked and got hit in the face repeatedly by a butt of a rifle from another robot.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah, they keep beating
which
up
is
that
funny.
guy.
You think about it, he'd have to really be in love with that other robot because he doesn't have flashbacks of getting the crap beat at him by other robots.
That's right. That was the same guy, right? The guy got beat up.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. When he shows up and they were going to shoot him, and they're going to shoot him right there on the floor, and he's punched him in the face. He's goggling up blood. Yeah, that was him. Poor guy. It does make you wonder though, because also some of these robots seem evil, but they tell the story. Here's the funny thing about Allison Jannings' character.
Okay.
She's just evil. Well, she's not evil. She's got it in her head that she's got to get revenge. But she was already mean to begin with. You know, because she already started the war. She's been fighting these robots, and then her two sons joined the military, and they both got killed. Now she's bitter about that. But I was thinking she was already bitter about it to begin with. And then she gives that story where she has a tear on her eye.
Yeah.
I'm like, for
About
some
the one
reason,
of the sons.
yeah, for some reason, it didn't make me feel bad for her.
Really?
Yeah, when she tells the story, I was just sitting there going,
I don't know about
I
feeling
don't
bad
know.
for her, but
You just,
I feel like there's the reason why she's fighting this war.
yeah, you can see why she's made because she's already made up that the robots are bad and stuff, and they did bad things, and they cut up her son all up to pieces and stuff. But I mean, you're fighting a
Who, you know what?
war.
Who should tell that she was telling the truth? Like maybe that's the version that she thought she made herself comfortable with. You know
Yeah,
what I
maybe it
mean?
is. Maybe there was another story. That does sound pretty good right there. She may just do that so
To
she could
get him
keep on
going.
fighting them. Yeah, because she could keep on fighting. Well, she could keep on fighting herself because maybe she didn't believe in this war anymore because
Oh,
they've been fighting this war for a long time.
you know,
Which wasn't much of a war because you really never saw that much fighting. You just see them go here, and everybody just seems to walk around the country like there's not a war going on.
yeah, just people are just still farming and stuff.
But
You
again,
know.
of course, it would be probably a way a war would be fought in the future, anyways, because most wars are fought like that now. They're just fighting a certain enemy. The United States just bombs the certain spots, and everybody else is just lives their life while we're fighting their leaders.
Yeah, like
Because
a
on this
Cold
war,
War
because
thing, but
yeah,
very precise
but this one,
targets. You know.
this movie does start off in a way. It reminds me of what is that movie? Uh, I forgot where I was going with that. Uh,
Who's in it? You know.
Nobody. It's based on a video game. Matter of fact,
Really?
it's based on this video game. Not
Oh,
Bio. What is
Fallout.
that? Fallout. Yeah, I was going to say Bioshock. Fallout. It's kind of like Fallout in a
I
way.
can
The
see
beginning
Fallout.
because it's because it starts off with all these old footage that they kind of alter with robots showing up to helping these people out, and they're showing like cars from the 1960s driving. I was like, that's the Firebird prototype car that they show driving. And then of course, then they have a nuclear blast, and everybody's going to war. It was China,
Oh.
well, but not really China. But that's what Fallout. That's what they did. But yeah, it showed all these robots, and of course, when they show them sitting in Congress declaring war, talking about the war,
Hmm.
it's got that weird look to it. I'm glad the movie didn't keep that look
Oh. Oh
because
yeah, like
it looked like it was a whole different movie.
huh. You know what? One thing you talk about the one thing that bothered you, right, with the targeting system. The one thing that bothered me was the ending. Like not the
Oh
whole
yeah,
ending, right? But the part where like they need Joshua to come in, otherwise they could painfully take this LV robot apart, right? Like, why did they let you tell him that? Just do what you were gonna do anyway. Like it's not like Joshua's gonna know. That was like a huge plot hole for me.
well,
Does that make sense?
maybe that general was lying to him too. The general probably realized now we got this robot, we can't destroy it.
Why? Like why
Well, at
would they?
first
You know?
because she probably turns everything off.
Yeah, but then they could have done that
Well,
anyway.
they probably could took her
This
out
is
for a
kind of
while.
like that part where Big Bang Theory broke apart Indiana Jones. Like if Indy wasn't in this movie, everything would still happen the same. Do you know what I mean? Like they do never need to call Joshua in at all.
Yeah, they don't. I guess you're right.
They
Could
could
have
just
destroyed it
destroy the
another way.
robot. And like when they showed him, like why did he need to call him in? Just do what you were gonna do anyway. Like Joshua
Yeah,
doesn't need to be like they put him in there on purpose so they could do that ending. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
the director
Well, they
wrote
wanted,
this
but
purpose in that
I think they actually just wanted the robot to see how it works.
instead of just tearing it apart.
Oh yeah, they wanted. I'm sure they wanted to see how she worked first.
Because she was the advanced technology that
Well,
grew
no.
everything.
The thing is, if you know how she works and how she would destroy Nomad, then you can better make Nomad where it's
Oh,
undestroyable.
the reverse engineering thing. Okay.
Yeah, so they had the machine there. Now they're thinking, well, we should have brought the machine here. We should have just blew it up.
Yeah, we should just blow it up. I know.
But I
Oh,
mean, I'm thinking they're kept because see, the thing is, they couldn't do anything with her because she had turning everything off, and she knew every time somebody come around her.
oh, so they need someone that she can trust.
Yeah,
That's why.
because
Okay.
yeah, they couldn't walk up to her and just shoot her.
Yeah. Ken
Well,
Waterby's
they
name
probably
is
could have if
Horan.
they had a machine gun.
So
It's
the
what?
other thing that bothered me, Shane, is that robot sleeps. That's why he was able to get Alfie away from Horan because he was sleeping and then he put him in standby mode.
Yeah, well, I guess they program. Well, probably programmed to mimic humans so that humans are comfortable with them.
So the robot has
But
to
you got
sleep.
to think though, not all of them work the same though. You got to remember, some look exactly like robots, and other ones they look like humans until they turn their head.
Yeah, until you see that thing. I thought it was a pretty good
Syn-
design. It
they
feels like
call them
half
synthetics.
RoboCop.
Yeah, they call them
Yeah,
synthetics.
synthetics.
Yeah,
Synthetics. Yeah.
synthetics. So remember the synthetics, because all the if you notice the synthetics all act like they're almost human. They think they're human. They're probably convinced they're human. They probably do everything, eat, sleep, all that stuff. Because you know that one that wanted to buy ice cream.
Yeah, I was thinking like, so they can eat ice cream? I guess.
Yeah, apparently they can taste it and
It's
they
not
think it's
like
good. Because
it's not like AI. You can't eat vegetables, you know.
well, I'm sure. I mean, like I said, they don't have to do it. Because remember, every time she goes to space, she doesn't have to wear a spacesuit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When
Yeah.
they're in the radiation zones, they don't have to wear anything.
Yep.
I guess they do it just the. I mean, it doesn't make sense in a way, but the
Well, like you
problem
said
is
before, we talked about this. Like they always want to make robot
because
more
if you're gonna
human-like, so we're not
but if you're
afraid
gonna
of it.
go, yeah, exactly. If you're gonna go with this though, if you're gonna go, hey, let's make robots almost like they're human. Why, really, honestly, why would you ever do that?
Yeah, we talked about that
Not
too.
even in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
movie. I'm just, yeah, in real life, why would you? Because I mean, we already have homeless people. We don't have starving people. Let's make a robot. Let's make a whole bunch of race of machines that take all that away from them too.
Oh,
I mean, because you're
that's a
going to
good
have to
point.
house these robots. I mean, because if you don't have the robots, they're going to go get a job. Because of their program, they're going to be the best of the job. I mean, they're going to have your house. They're going to have your children and your wife. I mean, they could do everything so well.
They
I
can.
mean, why would you want to make something you have to compete with? I mean, companies would like to have robots like that. That way you can have a workforce. You don't have to pay that much. But the problem is, all the people you displace with these robots can't buy your goods. So you're just going to be rich for a little bit and then you're going to be poor. I mean, most people would probably go, oh, at least I'm going to be rich till I die. Yeah, but nobody else will.
Yeah, that's true
Because,
too.
I mean, the robots will be like, well, we got to quit making stuff because nobody could buy our stuff. Because and then humans would probably just go, well, we'll just die. It's better off. We're better off that way.
I
I
can't.
mean, life's hard enough. Why would you want an artificial human?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I can think of the reasons, and they sound like good reasons, but after you put the robot on the earth and build it and then you put them in use, then it's like, all right, well, now you're just defeating purpose. I mean, I would love a workforce of robots that build stuff for me.
It
But
would
in
be
the end,
like build stuff for me and do things I don't want to do. Like if I
yeah.
hear a noise like there's a coyote outside, right? Like let me send the robot out there.
Well, I think you'll be okay if you just go yourself.
I would be
But
okay, but
yeah, I
like
understand. I get your point.
yeah,
Yeah. I
but
mean,
if it's
yeah,
not
there's
a
a whole bunch
coyote,
of.
something like that.
I
Yeah.
mean, I like to build a robot and him go work for me. But the problem with artificial intelligence, if he gets intelligent like me, he'll go, "Why am I working for this fool? I
Oh,
can
I
just
see.
go
Yeah.
start.
So
I
you
can just
sound
go
like
start
now
my
you
own
sound like
business." Yeah,
Terminator 2. Yeah, sound like Terminator.
yeah,
It's like why do we need
yeah.
humans around?
Yeah. I mean, because even in Terminator, though, in Terminator, they weren't intelligent really ever that we know of. They had programming, and their programming was actually to save humanity or destroy humanity. It was in their programming to destroy
To the show,
humanity
yeah.
because they're Skynet. They're
Kind
a
of like
military function.
iRobot. Same thing with
Yeah,
iRobot. The
and
way
that's
to
all they
save
were.
him is to destroy it.
Yeah, well, and though in Terminator they were just following their programming, and their programming meant they had to destroy humanity, and they were doing their job very well.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, this movie
So I
became.
mean,
You know
so I
what?
mean,
This movie's not
in the
bad.
end, but this movie wasn't a cautionary tale against AI. Like most movies,
No.
there would have been some kind of cautionary tale or this. This movie was not a cautionary tale. To me, this was just another movie like Elysium, where the sky goes up and liberates a bunch of other machines. So now robots and humans can live alongside each other. The problem is why? Is in the end, it's like,
We fought for
yay,
nothing.
you're they're
Well,
gonna you're
certain
gonna
sides
have
fought for nothing.
because they're just making programs and people are making stuff for fun, and they got all these robots. And eventually, they're gonna go, oh, all the humans that we loved and liked are dead. I mean, yeah, I mean, or their battery's going to run out. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know how this. It doesn't ever tell you how these
You know what I
synthetics
wouldn't
last.
mind? I guess an AI robotic dog. That would be
Right.
nice. So first of all, it will never die, right? And then it will never
Yeah.
have to use the bathroom, so I don't have to go outside when it's raining and
Well, I
stuff
don't
and
know
snow.
if you. It looks like if you make them the people that program these AIs, these synthetics, your dog's going to pee and crap all over the
No, I'm
place.
gonna turn that feature off. I'm gonna jailbreak my
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah. I don't want him to eat either.
Oh, that would be so. Well, it is fine, but then no processing
But if he
food.
eats, he's got to
Yeah,
get
it's
rid
gotta get
of
rid
it.
of it.
So,
Yep.
I mean, yeah, you got
Just
to have somebody
there's gotta be some
open
kind
your
of
robot up,
internal incinerator, just to
digging
burn
all that
everything.
trash. Hey, even when you incinerate something, you got a problem. So your dog poops ash all over the
No,
place.
you turn that into energy.
Yeah, but
If
still
I'm
gonna have
fantasizing about it anyway,
you're gonna have some waste.
Ah, then no food,
Even if you
no
break it
food,
down, it's pretty
no food,
yeah.
no food.
Yeah, no food. See, that's simpler. It saves you
Yep.
some money right
Saves you
there.
some money, or it's not that. I just realized I was talking to Heather about dog food, right? Like, hey, what is the human version of this? Where I can eat these pebbles? It has rice, it have protein, it have like vegetables, it have all these kind of
Yeah.
stuff that I should
It's,
need.
it's called Whole Foods.
But like, it comes in this bag for like
GNC. Yeah, all those tablets you get at GNC.
$50, and I could eat for a few months.
Yeah, but you gotta think it can't be that great because your dog don't even really want it.
Oh, she loves it.
Yeah, to a point. And then they're probably thinking, I'd rather have what you're eating.
Oh, she does that too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
like it's like eating Captain Crunch all the time. I mean, it's just
I
so
know.
good.
It's just like
It's so
that.
good.
It's exactly
It's
like
like,
eating cereal all the time.
it's
But
like
then,
yeah, think about it. You see her, and it's like this one is chicken,
well,
this
I
one
put
is
some
beef.
topper on it, so there's some flavor. Like
Oh,
it just. I ate her
yeah,
dog
this,
food a couple of times. We're like, this thing is so bland. There's some salt.
yeah.
Like,
Come on, think if they took all the good foods for us and packed it into little pebbles.
but
I
it's so
mean,
bland too.
no.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah. Well, you got to think like because we were talking with other parents about this. Why dogs probably want our food, but texture is part of flavor too in a
Yeah.
way. And the problem is they get the same texture continuously, while ours is varied. I mean, you can sit there and eat some meat, and then you can eat some mashed potatoes. It's
And like ice
different.
cream, yeah, it's
Yeah,
yeah.
because I mean,
Potato
think about it.
pie, sweet
Just think
potato
about it. Yeah,
pie.
French fries and mashed potatoes. They're two different things. You could set your French fries in your mashed potatoes, and it's still a whole different meal.
We went to talking about AI, robot dogs to food.
We always
This
talk about
chain is
food.
crazy.
Anybody's watched our show knew that we're gonna eventually do food. They're probably waiting. It's probably a
Oh,
game. It could be a drinking game. First time they mention food, take a shot.
yes, talk
Yeah.
about food,
So,
yes.
and I recommend taking shots
At
other
least
than
we really went
eating
late
Tide
into
Pods
the
or
show
something.
to talk about food.
Yeah, we're almost done. That's why we got to food. I mean, we didn't ever say anything about Whataburger or Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I'm not. I like Dr. Pepper, but I don't have to drink it. Some like my wife and the
I haven't
second one
drank.
loves Dr. Pepper.
I haven't drank Dr. Pepper in probably more than a year now.
Oh, really? I had it last week. Well, I have a sip of it. I didn't
Actually,
drink a cup
actually,
myself.
actually, I would. It would be 2 years now
Oh,
since I've
good.
had it.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
your
haven't
favorite
really.
soda?
No, not
Oh,
really.
do you
I
have a
don't
favorite
actually.
soda?
Yes, I actually did have a favorite. Mr. Pibb is my favorite, which is
Oh, you know
funny.
what?
It's the rip off of Dr.
So I
Pepper.
wouldn't say
It's
whip
a
off, right? It's just
Coca-Cola.
a Coke's version. And so I had Dr. Pepper, and then like the place we took Ryan to for his 9th birthday, Pinstack, they didn't have Dr. Pepper, they had Mr. Pibb. So like
Yeah.
it's like the kids who want to drink Dr. Pepper drink Mr. Pibb, and like Heather like drink Mr. Pibb. So I'm like, hey, let me have a taste of that because it's hard to find Mr. Pibb when Dr. Pepper is available,
Oh,
right?
well,
So
it depends. Yeah, if you have a
so I
depends on
drank Mr.
Coca-Cola
Pibb.
summertime.
I
Yeah.
feel that it's better than Dr. Pepper.
it is actually different.
Yeah, so it is different, and like I feel like it's better. Like to
But
me though,
the
just
problem
personal
is
opinion.
though, saying you don't like Dr. Pepper though is it usually grounds on getting deported from Texas.
I like Dr. Pepper just fine. When you make it in Slurpee, it's the bomb. Okay. Have you ever Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper
but
Slurpee? It's very good.
actually, I don't think I have.
Oh, it's very good,
I
man.
think Slurpee wise, I've only had Coca-Cola
Coke
and
is good,
root beer.
but when they Whoopi is good too. But I
I
haven't
bet
had
you
Whoopi in a while.
I probably had Dr. Pepper and I
Oh,
just don't
Dr. Pepper.
remember.
Like one of my favorite Dr. Pepper is the
I
cherry.
think I've actually had Dr. Pepper. I just don't remember.
I haven't had cherry Dr.
Oh,
Pepper in a
cherry.
long time.
I don't know. Well, isn't Dr. Pepper already have some, like cherry
And
flavored
there's
in it?
also
In it?
like vanilla Dr. Pepper. Like
Oh,
I don't know
really?
why they make this. That's got to be a
Oh, they had
particular group
vanilla
of people.
Coke.
They're like, yeah. But cherry Dr.
Cherry Coke.
Pepper,
I do like cherry Coke.
cherry
I
Coke
do
is
love
good
cherry
too.
Coke. I'm not really a Pepsi guy.
Pepsi is my favorite.
Every now, oh, I know. I remember every
Pepsi's
time we
my
go to Pepsi, he's like,
favorite.
"Oh, gotta have a Pepsi." I was
Yep,
like,
Pepsi's
"Something's
my
wrong with this
favorite.
guy."
Like, it's hard to find Pepsi. Pepsi is my favorite.
I mean,
Tastes better to me.
If you'll let your Coca-Cola go flat, then you'll have Pepsi.
No, no, not even close. It's just different flavor, like you
Uh,
said, Mr.
it
Pibb,
is.
Dr.
It's
Pepper.
I know.
Yeah,
McDonald's, Burger King,
yeah.
Coca-Cola, Pepsi.
I drink my Coke. I mean, like soda, zero sugar now, so I don't even know
Oh,
how to make
actually,
that stuff.
I haven't had a soda in almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, I have had a soda somewhere in between there, and I think it was just Coke. I can't remember because I think there wasn't something else to choose from. Normally, I just drink
Oh,
unsweet tea now.
and sweet tea. You know what I hate
Well,
when I ask.
for a while, I was doing tea with lemonade in it,
So
which
this, I didn't
there was
even
sugar
know
in the lemonade.
this bothers me, right? Like the last week when we went to that place, they did. I asked, hey, do you guys have Coke Zero? And they're like, oh, we have Diet Coke. Like that's not even the same thing.
No, yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's
why
not
would they
anywhere
offer me
near.
Diet Coke? Like, regular Coca Cola would be the same thing. Like,
I think I've drank Coke Zero too. I
Coke
think
Zero
I've
is
tried
better
it.
because now at my age, right, I could tell if I have too much sugar, I get bloated. Like, I feel very
Oh,
bloated. Like, if I
yeah.
drink
If I
Coke
have too much
Zero, it's
sugar,
fine.
I
Yeah,
get all jittery. I feel like I'm
yeah.
gonna have a nervous breakdown.
Oh man, like I drank some of Heather's coffee a couple of weeks ago, right? Like, she went to Dunkin' Donuts. She got a large coffee, right?
Oh yeah, Dunkin'.
Then I drank
Been a
like
long time since
maybe
been
just a
there.
little bit, dude. I was ready to fight a bear, not like koala bear,
I
not a
would like to
panda
see
bear.
you.
Like
I would like to
I
see
was
that.
so jittery. Heather's like, you only drank like literally a couple of sips. I'm like, yeah, I know. So
Yeah.
I like one day I was really tired, right? I'm gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts to pick up coffee by myself. So I got a large for Heather, right? I'm like, hey, how big is your large? This dude showed me a cup like this huge, like, dude, that is a large? He's like, yeah, show me the medium. And they're like, no, that's too big for me too. What is the small? He showed me this cup, the small, I'm like, ah, they
Did
don't
you
have
ask? Do you have it? Do you have anything that's in the tiny?
so like do they have anything like half of a small? No, the small is the smallest they have, and then it's still too big for me. If you let me finish a small coffee, which I didn't, right? Because first of all, you poop a lot when you drink coffee. I don't even know why people drink coffee because there's a lot of poops. But like,
It's a lot of people
I
need a
need
poop, I guess.
I need something half of a small now. Like, oh, this is too much coffee,
Yeah.
dude. Let
I
me
don't know. The
my
thing is, it's like it would be good, but the problem is if it makes you all jittery or you feel like you're
it's
gonna have
so
a heart
jittery.
attack or
Like
something, then
it's
it's
like
not. After a while, it's like, yeah, I wish I wouldn't have never drank that.
yeah, that's what I thought about
That's
too.
that's what ended me on
Like if
a
I
lot of
drink
stuff.
like a
It's like
bottle
I
of
don't feel like
coffee, right?
that.
Like I have to ask Heather, like, hey, what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna drink a shot of this. You gotta finish the whole thing, cause I want to be awake
Like a
enough,
shot of
but
coffee.
not like I want to move up. I want to help Shane move an apartment today. Then I'm gonna fight this tiger. Then I'm gonna fight this bear. Then then I'm gonna move all the furniture in my house. Then I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
bed. Like I don't
And
want that
then you're in trouble for being cruel
tomorrow.
to animals. Yeah, cruelty to animals.
Yeah,
What's this
well,
guy
someone's
beating
gonna let
up
me
on the
fight a tiger.
bear out in the street? Yeah.
Well, I didn't say I was gonna win. I'm just gonna fight a bear.
Well, let me put it this way: if you're going to go from a tiger to a bear, I guess you're going to win.
My joke is like, my joke is like, when I forget to do something for a friend of mine, right? And I was gonna like tell her like, hey, next time I see T, right, I'm gonna let her know like, hey, because I didn't do the VR testing for you for your product, I will help you kill one person. But then I didn't say we're gonna succeed. I would just help you plan it. If it doesn't succeed, then that's it. I helped you. The
Well,
key word is help.
But the problem is that's like attempted murder. So I guess, and you're gonna
Yeah.
get set up for that. So you might as well just go through with it,
But
I
then, like,
guess.
my answer is like, well, I don't want to kill anybody. Good. Then my offer is still out there. You just didn't want to accept, so I don't owe you anything now.
Yeah, but unless you run into that one person that goes, hey, "Yep, I got a list right here."
But that's it. All right. So our verdict on this movie is not bad. It's pretty good,
That's
decent.
okay. It's fun. I mean, it's if you're a sci-fi, if you like sci-fi movies, yeah, you need to see this.
My
You like
surprising thing is
robots?
how many people has heard of this movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was very well advertised.
Was
Was
it
this even
in the
in
theater? Yeah,
theaters?
I was gonna ask you, was it in the theater? So let's look real
I
quick.
don't know. We ought to see this because see, I felt like this was a better version of the Tomorrow War.
But then Tomorrow War is not the same thing. But
Tomorrow War's not the same thing, but I mean, it had the same feel in a way. I mean, it was cheap like a Netflix movie.
released theatrical. Oh yeah, it was. Let's
Okay,
see, being
well,
impacted by the.
I think it's one that people just probably didn't know anything about it.
I think it just
Right? Just
released at the wrong timing about the
maybe
Hollywood labor
maybe
dispute.
they probably all got yes, they probably all got confused. Well, also they made it during the COVID thing.
Hmm.
And a lot of movies didn't do good during the early days of COVID and also for writer strike. I think it just the timing didn't help it out, and it didn't really get advertised very well because, like I said, I only saw that one deal. I only saw it on Entertainment Tonight.
There was a new Soul movie at the time of this release. There was Soul 10. Wow.
Wow, we missed that too. Really didn't miss anything, I don't think, because I'm not into that kind of stuff. But
I like
there's a lot of
Soul, but I
movies.
didn't know there was so
There's a
many
lot of
Souls
movies.
now.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's a lot of movies come out we missed. I'm thinking that there's a whole bunch of movies from this time period we didn't see.
Yeah, that is
I mean,
true
James
too.
Bond took forever for me to finally see James Bond. It came out around that time. Remember, they kept delaying it, delay it. Black Widow, we almost didn't see that.
Yeah, that's
So
the
yeah,
one. You know, I always remember Black Widow because that was the one I used for testing to watch it in the theater and watch it at home
yeah. Well,
because
all
I
I got to
figured out
say
the
is
cost.
it was just a bad time for the world at that time because everybody's too busy running from the boogeyman to actually see anything or do anything. I mean, it really hurt everybody.
Yeah, that's true too.
Everybody hurt everybody, even if you like survived COVID. I mean, it hurt a lot of people money wise. Some of us. It didn't hurt me money
Which
wise,
sucks
really.
because like I would like to hear the
But I didn't.
visuals
There
and
was a lot
everything
of
in the
movies I didn't
theater
get to
though,
go see.
like the sound effects, the music.
It would have been good in the theater. It
Yeah,
probably would have been a whole different movie. Would have been a. We probably would have rated higher than watching
you're
it.
right.
Thinking, watching it, acting like it's
When
Netflix.
I watched Interstellar in the theater, it made it a whole better movie because the sound effects and the music was so
Yeah.
much louder and
I mean,
clearer.
yeah. I mean, I know there's a lot of movies are going to digital real quick and stuff, but the problem is the
It is.
theater
It goes to
experience
digital real
is
quick.
what the experience. Yeah, the theater experience does what sells a movie. I mean, some of the best movies on our list are going to be because we saw them at the theater, not at
Yeah.
home. I mean, like Blade Runner. I love Blade
You
Runner.
know,
Like
I do like
I saw
Allison
the
Janney.
2024. I saw. Yeah, she's good.
She
She's a
is
good
good.
actress. And
She's
she
on that
was a
sitcom that me and Heather watch, Mom.
yeah, mom. Yeah,
That's a good
I don't watch it.
series.
She's in a lot of stuff actually.
I think she was in what is it? Drop Dead Gorgeous with Denise Richards.
Probably should probably like I said, she's in quite a few things.
Yeah, she's a very tall woman too.
Yes, I think she was on and did some like movies where she's the government stuff. I think maybe she was in West Wing. Maybe I think
Oh, I believe she was in West Wing. I've seen that
so.
before.
Yeah, but yeah, if she used to punch you, you'd get hurt.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff. I've seen her in TV a lot.
Matter of fact, she's probably out of all the actors, probably the only actor I actually really knew. Well, next to
Yeah,
Ken Watanabe, but
yeah,
yeah,
Ken
her and him,
Watanabe.
they're the only people that stood out to me that I was like, oh, I've seen them in a lot of movies.
Yeah, it was surprising when I saw her because I didn't see who the cast was. You know.
Yeah, well, I didn't see who the cast was either because, like I said, this movie, like, other than that, the trailer that I showed you, I never
Hmm.
really saw it. I only saw it
Yeah.
once before that. And that's why I assumed it was another movie. A lot of people already thought this was another movie too, and they're like waiting for it to come out and never did. Or a lot
Interesting.
of people went and saw what I thought it was. I thought it was like Rebel Moon because it kept advertising around Rebel Moon or talking about it at the same time. I thought, Everybody went to saw Rebel Moon, saw this trailer, and then thought it was Rebel Moon. Went and saw that. That's why they didn't like that movie too. They're probably like, "Well, this is not what I saw."
Yeah. No, this one's pretty good. It's not one that I would tell like, oh, it's so amazing because of time too. Like if you
Yeah,
have
but
time, yeah,
like,
it's a pretty
if
decent movie.
yeah, if you liked robots and stuff,
You like
I'd say it. I
robots,
mean,
AI?
it's better than Bicentennial Man.
It's way better than Bicentennial Man. Bicentennial Man was way longer, even though I think it's
Bicent-
about the same running time.
Bicentennial Man was good because it had a lot of heart to it, but it was a long movie.
It's a
It's
very long
long and
movie. Yeah, it's
boring
like
movie. Most people
we'll
fall
fall
asleep
asleep. Yep.
before they even get to the good part of it.
Yeah, like it's towards the very end.
Yeah, sometimes running time could if you're gonna movies trying to get a message out to it,
Running time
don't
depends
take
on how you
for
tell the story. Yeah.
yes, don't take forever to
Because
tell
you
the
and I
message.
saw
Otherwise, most
Inception, that
people will
was
be
like
asleep.
almost 3 hours, and I was like, whoa, that wasn't that long at all because the
Yeah,
way
because
the
it was like
story
the
is
dream.
told. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, because they kept you right there.
Actually, the new Batman is 3 hours. It doesn't seem that long.
But it depends on
Titanic is 3 hours. It didn't seem
depends
that
on who
long.
you talk to. It depends on who you talk to.
Well, the Batman?
Yeah, some people told me, oh, man, it took forever. I
I'm
haven't
going to
seen
tell
it
you
for
right
myself
now,
yet.
those people are dumb.
Okay, well, I haven't seen it yet, so and the people that these people has told me I met them, they were actually some of them were dumb. I'm
I'm
sorry,
just going to
they
say
really were.
they don't understand what the Riddler is doing.
Or they one of them in particular didn't really like Batman, so I don't even know why they went and
Oh, I
watched
just
it.
watch it, right? Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah,
If you don't
so
like
I go,
Batman, what's the
well,
point?
why
Oh, I
did
like
you?
and was it Andrews? What's his the one that plays Alfred? I can't remember his name now. The actor's name.
Oh, Andy Sudeikis.
Sudeikis,
That's
right?
not.
Is this
Yeah,
Sudeikis?
well, no, is it? It's not Andy. It's no, it isn't. It's
It's
not. We
Andrew.
already.
I can't remember, but like,
It's,
yeah, you
we,
know who
we
I'm
already
talking
called it
about.
the wrong guy. I know
Yeah,
the Golem. He played Golem.
Gollum. He also was in Iron Man.
Claw.
He was in
He was.
Black
He was
Panther,
in Iron
Iron
Man. He's Black
Man.
Panther. Was he? Was in. He was in
Oh
Iron
no,
Man.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, Age of Ultron. Yeah,
Yeah,
Claw.
yeah, Claw. So we yeah,
I don't
Claw.
know why
So
we're calling him Surdis. Andy
yes,
Surdis.
yes. No,
So
no. The Batman is not the greatest movie. It's pretty good. It's decent.
okay. Well, I bet you. I'm sure I'd like it.
Yeah, if you like
Let's see.
Batman, if you like
Batman.
a
Worst
good
Batman.
Riddler villain, this is a good movie.
I
Because
mean,
you know
I'd
the
like the
Riddler
movie.
for me, right? Like, is always corny and cheesy. Even like when Jim Carrey did it, like he did play a good
Eh,
Riddler, but then
he's okay. I
like
mean, I
every
even
time I
liked him
see
in
the
the
Riddler, it's
'60s.
like
Bat.
so silly,
I
you
even
know?
liked him in the '60s Batman.
Yeah, that's different. This is exactly what I'm talking about. When like if you don't like Batman, you don't think Riddler is like, hey, how can anyone be worse than the '60s Joker? Well, we got somebody for you.
Well, the '60s Joker wasn't that bad either.
Yeah. All right, so let's time call it quits. So the creator, have you seen it? Have you checked it out? You definitely should. If you like AI and robots, don't let the time, you know,
Yeah, because I
throw
mean,
you
it's
off.
almost it's as good
It's,
as AI
it's
too. I'm talking about
this
the
is
movie.
better than AI. In my
I
opinion, this
mean,
is better than AI.
it runs better than
Yeah,
AI.
it runs better than AI. It just don't listen to Shane better than It's just not even the same thing, you know. So,
But
what you talk about? You like Tomorrow War?
I'm just
Tomorrow
saying
War,
it's
yeah.
got the quality
Oh,
wise.
yeah, because it's at the same time
Because
like they kind of released it.
Tomorrow War was actually on special effects was actually very good. Tomorrow War was good. It's just the
Oh, they had a
story to
bigger
me.
budget. Yeah.
It's like so we're gonna go to the future and fight a war and then like die. Then everybody's like by the time we get to that point, there's not gonna be anybody left on the planet to fight the actual war on time.
Hey, so they already solved that problem, okay? But we're not here to talk about that movie anymore. Go back to watch that episode, and
Yeah,
we'll see you on the next one.
yeah.
Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.